So how do consumers learn more about the pork industry? David Newman, an Arkansas pork producer.
If you look at the trend line data over time, it all supports and shows that the people involved in production ag is on a steady decline. So we have 98% of our population who is not involved in production ag, 2% that is. That's drastically different than it was in the late 1980s. So our consumers are very aware about food. They're very aware. Technology has helped change that. They're engaged with food. They're engaged with what we do in pork. So now as we move forward, we need to be having that same digital engagement, that same strategy of engagement, not just digital, but all forms. And we need to be sure that we are communicating the positive message about what our pork producers do and what our product is.
So what do you think is the biggest thing a consumer wants to know about this industry?
What I think the biggest thing a producer wants to know about this industry is the transparency message. So, there's a balance here that you have to look at whenever you look at pork production. If we're talking about the threat of disease, whether it is African swine fever, porcine epidemic diarrhea virus, PRRS, these things that have cost our industry quite literally billions of dollars since the checkoff was created, a lot of those things match around increased biosecurity, which means we have our pigs so healthy, we're trying to limit the amount of human foot traffic coming in and out of those barns so that the humans don't make our pigs sick, right? So as we have done that, I think that we've actually, we need to be more diligent about that transparency message.
I'm Susan Littlefield, the Rural Radio Network.
Flooding in Nebraska and western Iowa affected thousands of our neighbors, friends, and family. Food Bank for the Heartland has provided more than 570,000 meals to flood victims, but more assistance is still needed. Donate now at foodbankheartland.org. Flooding in Nebraska and western Iowa affected thousands of our neighbors, friends, and family. Food Bank for the Heartland has provided more than 570,000 meals to flood victims, but more assistance is still needed. Donate now at foodbankheartland.org.